Guys, welcome back to another episode of Atlas Survival Shelters. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Guys, you're going to enjoy today's video. There's another YouTuber out there by the name of Engineer775, and his company is called Practical Preppers. Now, you might know this guy. His name's Scott. When the TV series Doomsday Preppers was on the air, he was the expert that would rate all the people on their chance to survive. So anyway, Scott is based out of South Carolina, so he's starting to install my bunkers in the southeast part of the United States. So he is going to install a bunker, hook up the generator, put in a EMP-proof hardened solar generator, diesel generator, solar panels, Wi-Fi, telephone service. I mean, you name it, this is a house underground. So guys, you're really going to enjoy this video. And hey, listen, on the food, remember I have this drop page, shelterwithatlas.com, and you can go on there and get some big discounts on food right now. So guys, enjoy the video. I'll see you at the end.
Just got a lot of trees out of here, a lot of cleanup, a lot of prep work, and then we started. So we've started to dig, and we will get most of the hole dug tomorrow. All right, the first of 2 deliveries has made it. I've got my fuel tank, diesel fuel tank, my diesel generator, my Fortress lithium-ion battery. That's going in the gen pod. This is all part of the connections that will be made internally and externally, airflow, all the intakes, exhausts. Here's the entrance to the mudroom. Woohoo! Hello, mudroom. And then this 90-degree is, you can see the ladder, and there's the escape. There's always got to be 2 ways of egress, and we got to put that into the 20-foot diameter side, this one. So here we go. Just putting in some drainage. We got all sorts of pipes and generators and things. All right, we're hauling in some air pipes. Neighbordoodle's got the bull by the horns. Woo! Down in the hole. Hello. Sometimes you just gotta dig a hole. The hard part is figuring out where you're gonna put all the dirt. We're down about 20. Alright, this is the day we got to get this hole cleaned up. Ready for the shelter, ready for the wine cellar. We're going to be unloading the wine cellar this morning and somehow getting it into its new home. So we have a lot of equipment. We have a 40-ton crane. We have a 4-wheel drive lull. We got a John Deere 690 excavator. We got a small excavator. We got a skid steer. And the key to this is going to be the dolly, the axle, I think, that Brian built, that we're going to bolt this shelter to. Then we're going to see the balance of things, see how things are balanced out, and then we're going to set the dolly under it, do a little testing down here. But we're going to turn this thing into a trailer, and then hopefully it all stays together nicely. Okay, the lull is gonna walk it this way. We're just gonna get it up on this road. This road's so steep, it's been hard to get anything up it. Doesn't look it, but it is. Turning the axle. Good thing we got this tree here. All right, we're back on the job. The rain has stayed away for a few days, so we're able to get the crane up in here. And we're gonna pick this baby up. After we get all the rigging on, we're gonna cut off our axle dolly. And we've been doing some pre-plumbing. Gotta do some more. So we're gonna pick it up, swing it, and get it in the hole today is the goal. We got water, we got septic, we got electrical, we got comms, we got solar, we got generator. Sorry, I'm supposed to be driving this thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we just set the crane in. Sorry I couldn't give you that video because I was directing. So Abraham's just removing the shackles so the crane can pull the straps and everything up, and we'll get him down the road. He did great. Brian was on the other end assisting. So it's in, it's level. We preloaded this gen pod in. We're good. So we decided to do all the plumbing ahead of time. That was the move, because I don't want to get in there and do that. So now we're going to get 57 stone tucked and tamped. We're going to get some of the pipes up to the surface, everything duct taped off so no stone can get in them. And we're going to start backfilling and tamping, compressing. The 57, I think it's 1 inch per foot is the 57 compression rate. And so we will get our jumping jacks and our plate tampers and our concrete vibrators and whatever we got to do to get that stone underneath, especially in this area. We want to get the stone under here. All right, we're doing good. All right, we're going to put some stone in. The 57 flows pretty nice, but we have a compactor over there. Okay, I'm down in the hole. We've compacted the 57 stone alongside the shelter, and now we're going to start to go in. We're going to bolt on the escape hatch. We have the entryway down there, the escape hatch at this end. So we got a sump pump system here. We got two types of we got two pipes, one for comms, one for power for the sump pump, and whatever else we want to use them for. So we got conduits poking out of here, septic ones, we got all sorts of things. Okay, so this is the escape hatch coming at me. We're gonna bolt it up to here. There's a peek inside. Master bedroom, air fan, the air system. That's loud. That is very loud. Well, it's like it's why we like Brian. He ain't scared. All right, so this thing was not welded so that the escape tunnel could be straight up and down. All right, we're gonna put some goodies down in the wine cellar today. We've got a Fortress eVault lithium-ion battery. We're gonna set her down in. We got a beautiful engine power source, 9 kilowatt diesel generator with a Kubota engine. Sweet little machine. A little dirty right now, but ooh, this is a beauty. I'll be doing a separate video on that. We're going to remove that cover and drop everything, lower everything down into the mudroom section. And then the gen pod is here. We got to get these pieces of equipment in here. All right, this is a Fortress eVault being installed a little differently than usual. We're going to put it in the wine cellar. Oh, I better get down there. All right, isn't that a beautiful generator right there? The fuel tank doesn't fit so well, but
there we go.
That's the way it is. What do I got coming up here? Oh, it's just a giant lithium-ion battery being lowered on my head. Okay, it's time to add the entry chute to the mudroom of the wine cellar and get these pipes above ground. And then we'll have to cut the top of this and weld. I'm going to weld the hatch. That hatch I'm going to weld on to this once we plumb it out, make sure it's nice and flat. And that is on the escape side. That'll get bolted on over there. Air system. I can't read German. It's a German-made Ander AG. Very low power usage, which is nice. And the other cool thing is that if you're down in the shelter and you need air, and for whatever reason power's down. It doesn't take much to crank this thing and get air out. You can see the air blowing up in here. So you can get air out of your system that way. You can also, on power, you can feel it coming out of here, but it only pulls 3 amps and 120 volts, so it's real efficient. If there's contaminated air outside, you use this filtration system. Now we hooked it up just to make sure it worked. We found these hoses were put on backwards. We got that figured out. So if we need to switch over from normal outside air to contaminated air, you just switch it over. Pretty simple now to do that. So this is this end, and the escape hatch there you can't really see, but we've figured that out, and so we got that working. So we're just kind of cleaning up and finishing everything, and let's head that way. As we work our way down through the belly of the wine cellar, you see we've got a lot of electrical and plumbing to do to hook this water heater in. This is a 120 volt water heater. I typically don't like to do that, but you can see the fittings are on the side. We had to, be concerned with the space and the room that we had to work with. So it's 120 volt, 200 watt element. I'm hoping that we're gonna have enough juice to run that. I think we're good. Forgive the mess in this gen pod, but this is the brains of the operation here. He's over there. It's Abraham. He's over there working away. We're in the gen pod of the wine cellar, and if you look straight ahead here, we have a nice Fortress lithium-ion battery, 360 amp hour, 48 volt lithium battery. We fired this up yesterday. Works great. We're charging it on solar. Pouring rain now, so we've got the system turned off because we're installing some things. Look at this beauty here. We got a sweet little diesel gensec 3-cylinder Kubota engine. It's got a pancake marathon alternator on it. Simple 2-wire start or key start. Made it as manual as possible. And we've got a fuel tank, which I didn't show you, goes under here. And we'll have about 150 gallons of diesel. Battery rack in the back. So we're working on the connections to that. So this is connected to the solar. You can see this is a generator hookup right here. And then we have power that goes out. So we have a lot of work to do still. Look at these awesome watertight, gas-tight doors. Ooh, might need a little, I need a little grease. You hear that squeaking, but that's not a problem. Every one of these joints has a bearing and a Zerk fitting on it. Nice, heavy, super heavy duty gasket. All right, we're in the escape hatch section of the wine cellar. And so you have to climb that ladder, and there's a chain hinge back here, 2 chains, and there's one chain that's got a cutout on the ladder side. So you have to push the plate towards the ladder, and then that whole plate will swing down. So, and then you climb out, and then there's another ladder that continues in the little escape hatch on the other side. Okay, we're working on our solar input to the wine cellar today. There's the hatch, and we're very close to the mechanical room, closer even though you can't see it. It's not too far away. So we're running number 10 from the array down. We're about 290, 295 volts open circuit, and with a number 10 wire, more than sufficient to carry that power down there. So we've got our array wired up. It's EMP hardened. We have the ferrite cores placed as close to the J boxes as we can get them. And it's a smaller array than we usually do, but it's a smaller power requirement. So we have a 24 panel Sinclair, 2 IMOs, and basically three strings of 8 panels on this setup. Okay, not everything is in the exact location, but we just hooked up the Fortress eVault and we started charging on one array. Abraham went up to turn on the rest of the solar. Right now it's only 410 watts, end of the day. So when he pops that other arrays, we should see a good jump. There it goes. There you go. Got some more solar coming in. Charging the battery nicely. All right, we're back at our favorite mine, the Gen Pod. Abraham's putting the first 5 gallons in here. We're only going to make 25 trips. It's 160 gallon. I think it's 160 gallon. We need to check that. Well, we've got everything plumbed now on the gen set. We've never fired her up, but we got our battery charged up and we're ready to give it a shot. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! That's not loud. Just some finishing touches and future advancements. We are putting in some conduits and also the sump pump line in case it ever does flood, but we don't have a problem with water here unless we have a leak internally. So yeah, we also realized that we really needed to plug the conduit holes. We had a lot of air escaping. I was wondering why I wasn't getting enough air in my gen pod. So right now we're just putting in some Ethernet and communication equipment, some routers, some Netgear switching boxes, so we can have a router next to the Solark and a router in the living area. There, everything's a Faraday cage, so we're doing some separations. And all right, we're wrapping things up today. We did our software. Well, we're kind of getting there. We got a router down in here now. You can see it's working. And we've got it connected to the Wi-Fi of the Solark, so we're able to monitor above surface what's going on here. Yes, and we have hot showers. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's working just great. Hey, it's a wrap. Got our well in, functioning great. Solar's doing great. Got our exhaust, generator exhaust, and our exit air out of there for the shelter, getting everything just smoothed up, all our Ethernet and internet and Cat 6s, and gonna run some coaxes. Grass came in on this end. I shortened the air intake, that's working great. And just future plans for some video camera. I'm not panning up, I'm looking at the ground on purpose. Sump pump, and I got a sump pump exit down there in the woods. Okay, we're wrapping up this project today. We learned a lot. This is our first complete Atlas shelter installation to take it off grid. Water, power, solar, video, security, generators, inverters, lithium-ion batteries, internet, you name it. So the air systems, the septic systems, the power systems, water systems, there's a lot. It's basically a whole house underground, and there's a lot to do. The Ubiquity radios, Rio camera, it just goes on and on. I know everybody's like, how much does it cost? It's very expensive, but it's done. Other than a little bit of cleanup, we are complete with the installation of the Atlas shelter.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video today. Hey, listen, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, and I always hope you are, because guys, I got some great videos coming up, so you want to make sure you don't miss them. I've got the monolithic dome you guys have been asking for, and I'm going to be doing a monolithic dome. I got some concrete bunkers. I got a bunch of concrete bunkers coming up. But anyway, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video if you liked it. Hit the little bell, let you know when the next Atlas Survival Shelter video comes in. But guys, also don't forget to subscribe to Engineer775's YouTube channel. But guys, as always, I love you. I'll see you on the next video.